this episode, we're heading away for a long weekend into Victoria's beautiful Big Desert. We kicked the weekend off though with an overnighter at the Langeran State Park. This place is just 12 kilometres east of Ararat, so it made it a perfect spot to break up the drive from Melbourne. The campground was empty when we got there, so we had no trouble finding a spot. For the first half of this trip, we're travelling with a friend of ours, John, who's keen to just get away and get stuck into some sand driving. Just next to camp was this massive steel pipe that stretched its way down out of the mountain. So after setting up, we decided to do a little bit of exploring. Just up the hill we found a small dam built with granite blocks, but we noticed that the pipeline continued on up the hill.
And what do you know, we could have driven up.
We followed the track further up the hill, and before long there it was, the waters of the beautiful Langeran Reservoir. Apparently it was used to supply water to local towns, but now it just serves as a bit of a backup supply. Well, that was mission accomplished. It was back to camp for dinner and a quiet night around the fire.
You bread for dinner tonight.
We're up pretty early next morning, so we got packed up and we headed off to our final destination, to Big Billy Campground in the Big Desert. The timing of our arrival at Big Billy could not have been any better. The camp was just about empty and we again had the pick of the sights. While we got the van set up, John worked away on the swaggy tent and the awning off the car. The MDC is so quick and easy to set up. With electric roof and electric awning, the hardest bit's getting it level. With the help of some ramps and chocks, you could play a game of marbles on the floor. Just walking distance from the camp is the Big Billy viewing platform. This steel structure provides with magnificent 360-degree views. Just perfect for watching a glorious sunset or even coming up and enjoying the stars at night. Sunday morning and it was time to hit the tracks. With tyres at a starting pressure of about 25 psi, Tam and I led the way, with John following along. We headed out along Brushcutter's track and it wasn't long before we had the snatch strap out. Unfortunately we didn't get it on camera as we had a line-up of cars behind us. We were quickly on our way. Near the corner of Brushcutter's track and Delicio track, bushland opens up into a grassy paddock, so we took opportunity to take a break and talk strategy.
Boys discussing where we're going from here.
It's very important.
Blind leading the blind.
Apparently know where you're going. We headed northwest along Delicio track to investigate a spot on the HEMA map called Big June. Delicio track was pretty easy going, with reasonably firm sand, proving to be not much of a challenge. But you can't get too complacent in these sandy areas as conditions can change very quickly. And as sure as eggs, this was our moment. A combination of heat of the day and some soft sand had us stopped in our tracks.
Yep, second attempt. First one on camera. Attempt number 3. Here we go.
It was a no-go for me, so I was back to check the tyre pressures.
So I've walked up to the top and around a little bit further on the track while they let some air out of their tyres. Not too bad up here. If we can get up the other spot first. So they've dropped the tyres down to 15 psi. So let's see what happens. Here they come. If you get up, make sure you just keep going. I'll catch up.
All about tyre pressure.
All about tyre pressures, mate. Yep, up you come, and yeah, just keep it on it. Here I go.
Morning when I let them down to about 25 to start with because I'm carrying so much weight, but just checking them there before we deflated again, the back ones were back up to 35 just with the heat of the day and the sand, and the front ones were back up to 30, so it'd take a lot more out of them to get them. So now we're down to 15, so we'll see how it goes. That's a big June.
Big June really is up to its name. This monster climbs about 30 to 40 vertical metres with some of the softest, deepest sand you'll find. Not to mention it was like Melbourne's southeastern freeway in there. Cars just lined up to have a go at this mammoth challenge. And when chatting to some of the guys coming out, they were down to about 5 psi and still didn't make it up. Given the amount of traffic that was down there already, we decided to give this one a miss and left it to another trip. We continued along Delisio track to the main road without any more issues and headed back to camp. Here you can really see the combination of the suspension working and the tyre flex of lower pressures under the weight of the vehicle. It was an awesome day's drive, and unfortunately John had to head home the next day and didn't really have time to explore anymore. The next morning, the sunrise from the viewing platform was simply awesome. We were up early anyway, so we said goodbye to John and then packed up ourselves and headed off. The plan was to head north to Murrayville and then follow the Mallee Highway east to Underbull and then weave our way across through Speed to Sea Lake and Lake Tyrrell. It's amazing in such a small state like Victoria you can feel so remote. This country's just amazing. We were getting some great drone footage and thought we'd better stop to retrieve it.
We've obviously gone over a bump at some stage and the shower head's come off and it's turned the shower on, which filled the shower recess with water, and we wondered why there was water pouring out the door of the van.
Car coming.
So we've just about completely emptied our water tank.
When we went back and reviewed the drone footage from when we repositioned it, there is a clear wet spot that we were totally unaware of.
Oh, is it?
Oh, that's nice, all nicely wet.
Probably now rat shit. Can you put them maybe in the car?
Well, at least my shaver's waterproof.
Oh, is it?
I don't know about your brush, but my shaver's waterproof. We all good now? So you can see our nice little water trail down the road there. And yeah, so just as well we stopped for a second just to check where the drone was and noticed a little waterfall coming out the door.
Little.
Locking our dust cover back on again.
Big rookie error.
Here we go.
Turn the pump off.
Turn the pump off. Always turn the pump off. So be it.
So we've just driven around the edge of Lake Tyrrell because we missed the turn off on the highway. So we decided to come the back way.
Lake Tyrrell is the largest salt lake in Victoria. Located just 7 kilometres north of the town of Sea Lake, tourists now flock to the area to marvel at its amazing colours. While you couldn't see much pink from the ground, I was really looking forward to getting that drone in the air, something I'd wanted to do for a long time.
So we're walking from the lookout down to the Lake Tyrrell sign that's out in Salt Lake. 34 degrees. Flies are ridiculously crazy. And so are we.
Fly nets on just to conquer them.
It is one hot afternoon.
Unforgiving landscape for living things. What do you know?
Oh shit.
I'll walk back and get the car.
You sure?
Yes.
Alright.
No, not now.
Oh.
Well, I'll wait till I get out there and I'll have a look. And then I'll walk back, get the car and pick you up. Okay. Only because I'm an awesome husband.
He's a sucker. That's what he is.
Just don't fall off the edge.
No, it looks a little
Because
manky.
it's lovely.
Oh look, someone has.
Yeah, people have tried.
That's
Time to
disgusting.
walk.
That's gross.
Walk for shame. It's only mud.
I guess, but
Salt Lake.
salty. Salt Lake. I see some of the water shimmering.
Hey. Some kind of infrastructure.
Area.
There's not many flies. It's only a couple.
The lake is a little pink.
As with most salt lakes, the pink colour comes from the red pigment secreted by the pink microalgae.
Very pink.
hold it right there, people. Just look in amazement at this shot from the drone. Why, you ask? Because thanks to my batteries not charging in the back of the car, this, my friends, is the only shot I got of this natural wonder. Oh my God. Oh well, on with the show.
I dare you to sit on one of those today.
That'd be a bit warm, I reckon.
Just a tad.
Let me give it a shot.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, actually not bad.
Oh, nice spider on there.
It's actually warm. Just warm. They're not
Just warm.
hot.
Just warm.
Warm. Warm.
Alright.
Our last destination for the long weekend trip was the Melville Caves campground in the Kuyura State Park, which is a free camp near Inglewood. It's a great little camping area, pretty clean drop toilets.
So here we are, day 5 of our big desert trip.
Yep.
And last day, so we're heading home today. Ended up pulling in here, so we're at called the Kuyura State Park, and it's just out of Wedderburn and in Victoria. So yeah, which was a nice night here, and not a bad little campground. Reasonably clean toilets, other than for a couple of fairly large redbacks in the corner. They tend to keep to themselves a little.
Toilet.
So yeah, so we stayed here last night. It was nice and quiet, and now we're just
It was good.
now we're just kind of packing up and about to head home and end our 5-day holiday. So yeah, time to go home, wash the van, and get cleaned up. So at some stage we need to do a little bit of a walk around our new setup now that we're out of the 30-second tent and the canopy on the car, and now we're in a van, which is awesome little off-road hybrid from MDC, the little XT14E, and this has been its first epic voyage, I think, and had it off-road, so and it's been pretty good.
And in the air too, might I add.
Well,
Possibly.
yeah, it felt like it was in the air anyway. So, but yeah, thanks for that bump on the road. But anyhow, so we'll do a bit of a walk around the van at some stage. But other than that, probably it for us on this holiday. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the footage that we put up. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you want to see more from us in the future.